Now get in here, people. Our guest today is the founder of the Afro-Cultural Association, an association which represents and promotes African culture in Switzerland. Aside that, she is a radio host who uses our platform to support and promote musical talent. Guys, so welcome to the show, Yvonne Azigbo, popularly known as Eve.
Oh, people say EVE, like
exactly.
Thank
you so much for having me. I'm really excited to see all this bunch of female power over here.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
And you look absolutely beautiful.
Stunning.
Thank you so much.
Stunning.
I can only give it back to you guys.
Okay, let me go back to the dressing room. All right, so Eve, I mean, well done on the works that you've been doing. I read up about you, and then I saw that there are so many things that you're putting into, integrating our culture, African culture in Switzerland. You're helping people, and you're making them understand some more. All right, so you want to tell us what actually inspired this, or why you started, and what this is all about.
I think we should skip that question because that's going to take the whole day.
Just summarize it. I mean,
of course, I'm just kidding. So yeah, my name is Eve. I have a show called Eve Knows Best in Switzerland. It's actually a platform where I really promote African talents in Switzerland. So what I do, I play Afrobeats. I really introduce the music because we don't have a show. We don't have really the sources. So all we play in Switzerland is like American music, maybe a little bit of German and UK. So pretty much it's very limited. So that's why I said, okay, as Nigerian, my father is Nigerian as well, and my mom is Swiss. I grew up in Kaduna. And then I moved to Switzerland with the age of 12. Okay. So it was very hard to integrate myself. Until today, I'm facing racism over there. So it's really, really bad. And I said, okay, and they really see me like pure black. They don't see any difference. They don't see any shades. Wow. So it's really hard to make them understand that the African culture is something to value. It's so it has so much variety, and it's so beautiful. I really want to showcase it to them so they understand where I'm coming from, because I don't have to hide. I don't have to be like, no, I'm not African. I am African, and I'm proud to be African. Woo! So I show them and really showcase it on all the platforms. So how it started was with the radio show, where I invited my friends, Africans. I said, come, show your talent, because we have so much talent. Then I said, okay, come. And then they said, yeah, but Eve, you know, we want to perform in front of live audience. So I said, good, let's do it. Afro Summer Jam. It's the first Afro open air in Switzerland. The first one, I'm really proud of that, and we are really introducing and also taking artists from over here to showcase not only the biggest, but also the upcoming ones. Nice. So this is another platform that I've created under the roof of Afro-Cultural Association. So we do events, we do also concerts, we do different integration things, also for people that freshly moved over there. Because it's really hard. The language, they speak German, they speak French, they speak Italian, but they don't really speak English. So it's
and when they understand English, they are purposely not speaking it to you.
Exactly. All right, so how long will you say that you've been trying to do this?
I would say like 10 years.
10 years. What was it like when you started? Yes. Like, was there a lot of resistance? Like, nope, we're not interested in this, we're not having this?
Yes, yes. They even like cut my shows, like cut out some stuff, because I'm really also talking about sensitive topics like colonial tax, for example, that we are still paying till today. And then like topics that they don't really want to face.
Colonial tax?
Yes, colonial tax. We are really, really, and that we are suppressed as a country. Like Africa has so much resources, and still we are facing like there is a part that is poor because we are consistently, they are draining the country, like because of the resources. So how comes we are the richest in resources, but still when it comes to economic, et cetera, the list is long.
Wow, that's
You know, this is like, I really try to inform them what is actually going on.
Yeah.
And Europe is not really like that innocent.
Okay. Wow, you've been doing a good job, though. You've done a good job.
Kathleen.
Your work is everywhere. in Switzerland. And earlier you spoke about language barrier. So how does that affect what you do, and what are the challenges you've faced so far? How hard has it been?
It has been very hard, but as mentioned before, I moved there with 12. So I had like 2 years that I had to integrate myself with the language. So right now, ich red fließend Schweizerdeutsch, je parle français. Also meanwhile, I can speak all the languages, so they cannot beat me anywhere.
Yeah.
So if they come like, oh, miss, and they try to speak like, because they think you don't understand. Already they are prejudging you that you don't understand. And I'm like, I'm sorry, can't you speak German? Like, can't you speak German? I speak German, clearly.
Oh, wow.
And they'll be like, oh, I'm sorry, you know, it's subtle.
Yeah.
They really, or like, for example, if I ride in the train, there is seats next to me, they are free. They would rather stand before sitting next to me. For example, it's really, really hard for us. So that's why I felt like, okay, if they don't support us, let us support each other.
Yeah,
and that's why I'm also here, because I feel like my brothers and sisters here will also be visible and able to support what I'm doing down there.
Wow, so, I love what you're doing down there. But right now we need to go on a music break. And when we get back, Yvonne is still in the building. EVE.
Yay!
running to you.
All right, welcome back to us, guys. We are still here. Welcome back to the show. We still have our guest, Eve, right here in the building. And this is a question I want to ask now. Now, I mean, there's sports, there's fashion, there's all of that. Would you say that music is like one of the biggest ways that you've been able to reach that gap between Switzerland and Africa? Because I mean, like, artists are doing very good now. Artists are doing amazing. Afrobeats is major. What's the acceptance of Afrobeats in Switzerland?
So we know Burna Boy, Wizkid, and Davido.
Tiwa Savage? Tiwa Savage, maybe?
I know, of course, Tiwa Savage.
Okay.
I know a lot, like, as I'm presenting Afrobeats to the culture. But you will hear it maybe in some restaurants, for example. You will hear Davido, Burna Boy, and Wizkid. So it's not really big now. It's coming. It's up and coming. I think, like, Rema is up and coming.
Okay.
There is techno. They know techno.
Nice.
They know now this new song, Ed Sheeran and
Fireboy.
Finally. Like, it's coming. It's really coming. It's up and coming. So I feel like with the radio and with the festival, they are slowly being like, there is something there.
Yeah.
There's something going on. But they are really behind clouds. So we really have to force it to them, like, hey.
So even with the fact that the songs are in English, they still accept it, right?
Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of people that understand English, but not the elderly generation, which is more like hesitating and skeptic and feel like we are all dumb and we can't speak the language, and really, it's really bad.
So if you were to speak to an Afrobeat artist now and discuss all these issues with them, what would you tell them is the way forward to bridge that gap?
I would say to do interviews with me.
Okay.
Please come forward. I'm also having a YouTube channel where I actually speak with the artists about the problems that we are facing in Africa and what we can do about it. Because Africa is a continent. There are so many different cultures within that continent.
Yes.
And I think that is a way, and also to present yourself, to come on festivals and to be there, just represent and, feel equal. The problem is also that they often treat us as secondary people. That's not possible.
All right, we've talked about the problems, we've talked about the challenges. I mean, what's that hope for you? Is there any gleam of hope somewhere?
Of course, there is hope, and I think with Afrobeats, we are finally on the map.
Okay.
We are finally on the map, and I feel like this is a communication source, a resource of communication. We can really communicate. Like Burna Boy does a very good job. He's actually addressing the problems within the songs. So, and I think they started like, okay, and they're not even aware of the problems. Often they are not even aware, and I think that is a very good there is hope for sure.
Fantastic.
We just have to do it.
Thank you so much, Eve, for coming on the show. We really appreciate you. Keep doing your work and we'll keep supporting. All right, guys. Yes, that's our guest, Eve. We'll be back with Social Ville, so don't go anywhere. Stay here with us.
Yeah.